Is this a man can be? Is this the best? Is it what we can expect from men? You know, I mean, we're all evil, heathen, latent rapists, all of us from the day we're born. We just can't wait to get out there and harass women and do all that stuff. But wouldn't another part of the question be, is this the best women can be? You don't want to talk about that, because the feminists, they have a mantra. Women are perfect. Nothing they do should have consequences. Don't shame them for anything. You evil patriarchal shitlords, stay out of my uterus and all of this other nonsense. So what are some of the things we can say about women, the condition of women over the last 50 years? Well, we can say a lot, can't we? Second and third and fourth wave feminism, they keep preaching to us, oh, feminism has done so much. So many great things, but we have such a long way to go. One wonders when you look at the out-of-wedlock births in the United States, if they consider this particular thing a progressive thing compared to 50 years ago. One wonders what the goal is of feminism after all. I was looking at some numbers here, but I was shocked. Frankly, I didn't realize just how bad the situation was. It turns out that today, in the United States, current year, 40%, 4 out of 10 children are born out of wedlock. 4 out of 10. That's amazing to me. That's an average, without a father, to help guide the baby boys into not being rapists. See, no father involved. 80% of single parent families in the United States headed by females. 27% of those females don't work. Isn't that interesting? Out of the 4 million, roughly, pregnancies per year in the United States, 20% end in abortion. There is an abortion performed in the United States every 42 seconds. 2,054 abortions per day. 750,000 per year. So we get maybe 3 million babies born every year. 40% of them born to single mothers. So approximately 1% of the population of women in the United States have an out-of-wedlock baby per year. 1 out of 100. You look around, you see women with new babies. A significant number of these babies are being born without fathers to help guide them, to tell them, don't be bullies, don't abuse women, don't be a douchebag, etc. And that also says 1% of the female population of the United States chooses to have a baby out of wedlock. What were the numbers back in 1964, 50 years ago, roughly? Well, there wasn't a lot of abortion because at that time it wasn't legal. There were certainly abortions going on, but it wasn't legal in most places. So don't really have a good number on that, but we can look at the out-of-wedlock birth rates for women in the United States in 1964. I just told you today, it's 40% average, 70% among black women, 50% among Hispanic women, and around 30% for white women. What was the rate, the average rate in 1964? 7%. 7. So that number has increased by what? 5, 6 times in just 5 short decades. Feminism tells us this is progress. To have children growing up in poverty with single motherhood. Somehow this is good. That old-fashioned, patriarchal, oppressive system of getting married and raising kids with 2 parents, obviously that was the patriarchy. See, there was no good outcome from any of that. We had to break it down and destroy it. And now here we are, 2019, 40% of children born out of wedlock. And somehow feminists tells us this is progress. This is freeing women. I guess we're supposed to assume this is the best we can expect. James Maxwell, thank you for listening.